guys, back with another commentary video. We're going to look at some old and strange photos here. Okay, this is the Man of Commerce, a chart showing the resemblance between the arteries of commerce as represented by the railroads and the arterial system of man. Also, the resemblance between the great vital organs of man and the commercial system of the Great Lakes. And this is 1889, designed and copyrighted A.F. McKay, Superior, Wisconsin, from the Land and River Improvement Company, West Superior, Wisconsin. Let's see what it says here. Note that West Superior, Wisconsin, the head of Lake Superior, is at the heart of this wonderful man, the center of this great railroad and commercial system. Man, they are tooting their own horn on that one, aren't they? Oh, heck yeah. Interesting, though. I'm from Michigan. We're hanging out in the liver for the most part, it looks like. All right. Michigan looks a little messed up right there, too. The land must have not been changed what it is now, I guess. Everything looks a little weird. That's hilarious. Those guys are like, you know what? Let's do an overlay of a person and the heart. It's going to be right where we live, you know? Obviously, my company, where I live, it's the heart of the new America. And they have some explanatory notes. Let's see. Center of the car, New York, the umbilicus through which this man of commerce was developed. Ah, interesting. It's like umbilical cord. New York is. So developed from there through Chicago. Interesting. Go ahead and read that, guys. That's pretty interesting. They got the railroads over in the left bottom corner there. Let's move along. The Philadelphia Society for Alleviating the Miseries of Public Prisons. A whole society. I don't think I'd want to join this society. If this guy, pictured right here, he's going to be speaking out for alleviating the miseries of the public prisons. That guy looks like he's in misery right now. You might start to cry pretty soon. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just joking, but that dude, I would not be feeling it. Oh, it's Bishop White. It's Bishop White. Should have known. Nah, I don't really know who Bishop White is, but that guy, he's scary looking, man. He looks like a witch. 1856, the third day of the 11th month in the year of our Lord, 1856. And there's a state penitentiary, Cherry Hill State Penitentiary at Philadelphia. That's right. So, castle-like looking walls. They got like a star-style complex on the interior, which makes sense. They probably have, a guard or two, or however many they used to have per hall, so everybody had their own section and everything. Pretty cool looking. So that's what they had going on in 1856. I saw another picture of this, though, before, and they didn't call it a state penitentiary. It was like, I'm going to screw this up, but it was for, like, Caucasians, like white people, like a refuge. So that was super interesting, and I hope I can find that book or that picture that says what it was on there. So it either was that and got turned into this, or it was this and got turned into that, or somebody's a liar. Which, I mean, his story, right, guys? Whose story? This is awesome. Props to whoever built this. They're like, I'm going to take this aqueduct / maybe bridge. There's not water flowing through there anymore. I think I'm going to mud it up and make me a nice little house. Look at these guys. They got it going on. Pretty dope way to repurpose something. And look at over here. Check that out. Some windows. Yeah, they mudded it all in. And they're living in there now. Interesting, to say the least. And here we have the Montreal Winter Carnival. Flyer, I'm assuming. February 1884. The Ice Palace. That's what we're looking at here. I remember reading about this. I think they did a different design year to year. So this was the 1884 design. Looks awesome. And I'm sure if you look that up, you can find a lot more information on that. I did at one point, and it was pretty cool. So over here, you got some people tobogganing down this crazy steep hill. Looks totally safe. And some igloos in the back with a guy with a staff and another guy going into an igloo. I don't really know what that is. I have another picture of something like that in this set, and I don't know if it is an igloo. Somebody might know. Okay, now for the most disturbing part of this. What is wrong with all these people? I mean, some of them look fine, but like this guy on the ground right here looks like a little ice skating joker. And so does this guy back here playing the fiddle. He's a jester. He's got a jester hat on. And then this guy over here in the corner with a super long nose. What's up with that guy? A nice witch's hat, bud. Don't think we didn't notice. And a Native American guy with a tomahawk? Okay. Does that just mean that like every race and creed are invited? Perhaps. It's a little messed up though, I think. Scary even. This is an amazing picture. Look at this device. This piece of machinery. They're loading. Oh, what is it? Looks like dirt onto this rail system here. With this awesome looking dump. All that chain link connecting it, helping it operate. I don't know what that guy there's doing. There's a bunch of levers and steering wheels, and then this guy, he's holding at least one, if not two things in his hand. And this guy back here, he's holding a couple things in his hand. This is quite the machine to operate, it looks like. Now, is this ran by coal or what? There's a steam pipe. And then they got some smoke or something coming out of the back. I don't know. Interesting. Pretty cool little design, though. A little pivot point there. I like that. Yeah, this says a lot right here. Take a look-see at this picture. Let me think. The first thing I see is, like, desperation. People with nowhere to go. Looks like it's really muddy there. So it must have been some sort of cataclysm, I'm assuming. And they're all parked outside of this amazing-looking church or whatever it is. Interesting how they're not inside the church. All these people don't have anywhere to go. And it actually looks, I don't know what's in front of the church, but like, how come people aren't parked closer to the church and trying to get into the church and trying to seek refuge? I don't understand that. Must be something to it. But yeah, all these people in their wagons. Looks like families and stuff. Some little kids. Yeah, man. Bad times. The church should be taking care of them right there, too. Wonder what's really going on. Wow, the picture really messes up when we zoom in that far. Anyway, beautiful architecture. Not a beautiful situation that I'm seeing there. Not liking it. This was a cool picture, I thought. If you can just look at the little houses. Look at this. Like a grass house, a mud and grass house or something like that. Pretty cool. I've heard about them. I've read about them. And then that, you know, these are all interesting to me. They're built on a hill. And I mean, this territory here just looks unhospitable. Why would you do it? These guys look like they had sand or gravel or something brought in just to build these things. You know? Right there, that guy. This guy here. You know, a bunch of these guys. This one here, it's all leveled, but it looks like they brought that material in. Anyways, I'm sure there's other interesting parts of this picture. Let me know in the comments, guys. Yeah, not a great picture, but really cool. Buddha image at Unchu, I don't know. 64 foot high, carved from a solid rock. That is a pretty impressive statue. I'll tell you what, there are some people standing next to it. And boy, what a work of art. Everything about this picture is amazing. All the sculpting or carved rock. Look at this piece in the front. That had to be huge as well. And the size of these bricks or stones to make this are just, they call it megalithic. I don't know if that's a proper word or not. Look at this guy though. The Buddha. Oh yeah. And then what? All the way up on top. Interesting. Is that a hat? I wonder if something went on top of that. It's weird that they just left it like that. Anyway, and to the left, we got this little spot, little worship spot over here, maybe. Yeah, it's a cool picture. Too bad it's so like fuzzy looking, whited out. The Standpipe for West Philadelphia Waterworks. I don't know if this was a real thing. I think this is one of those. Yeah, let's see, 130 feet. Yeah, I think it's just a picture of what they might have done. Like, you know, they have a competition to see whose architecture is going to get constructed, and there's a bunch of this kind of stuff. At least that's what they say. I don't think this was built. Maybe it was. It's absolutely beautiful. Is that George Washington at the top? I mean, it could be anybody, but that's interesting, isn't it? Pretty beautiful structure, though. Whoever, I don't even know, you know? Like, it's not a drawing. Doesn't look like a drawing. Lithograph. Anyways, the Standpipe. And here's one of those igloo things. Sorry, I got distracted. These houses over here are super interesting. All their houses are built up off the ground on those beams. Is that so like polar bears aren't coming after them in the middle of the night? Must be a reason for that. Does it keep your home warmer being off the ground? Does it? What's the purpose? And they're not just off the ground. They're quite a ways off the ground. 2 stories, 2, 3. And then yeah, they these igloo things, I don't know what these little flutes are coming out of the top. It's interesting. Steam coming out. There's people pointing. Like those are lookouts or something. I don't know. It's super interesting though. This is beautiful. The most crazy part of this, I think, is this little land bridge right here, and people are using it. Like, maybe to cross. Yeah, there's a couple people walking there. These guys are going over it. I don't know why you would make a picture of that if it didn't really happen. Pretty cool. Obviously, it got flooded out. Maybe the way to this place. Maybe that was the road. Maybe that was the only dry spot to get there. I don't know. Beautiful, beautiful, and amazing. Architecture. Scenery could be a lot better if it wasn't all destroyed looking. The buildings are beautiful. It's a giant cannon. I mean, what else do you need to know about that? Shows some people right there. Boom, giant cannon in the background. Why? How was it made? Who made it? Who got it up there? How they do all that? Those are the questions I like to ask. Looks like they're at a star fort. Look at that wall right there. Perfectly triangular looking. Maybe they found it there, huh? And this is the last picture. Is this the last picture? No, it can't be. So this is the moon, I think. A drawing or a picture of the moon. I was hoping it said something else on it. Anyway, let's take a look. And some people say the moon is like it looks like the planet. It's like a reflection of our own planet, so that's interesting. Look at the top there. They got this, like the center of the earth thing going on. like the North Pole, Hollow Earth style almost. Looks like a hole to me. But this is supposed to be the moon. Pretty sure. Okay, let's go to the next picture. This was cool just because they got these cool little rail cars coming out here to put things on boats. I don't know, I've never seen a picture quite like that. The way it was built was crazy to me. All this wood on top of wood, on top of pieces. It looks half broke. I don't really know what they got going on there. But then they got this really nice, well-built, like, loading area at the end here. It's just super interesting. They spent a little bit of time making that loading area look nice, but the bridge just, I don't get it. So this is a certain I don't know what. So this guy, does he do like a traveling show or something like that? I don't really get it. You know, these horses, I don't even know what are they made out of? What are they for? They each have one of these weird flame things on their back, though. Whatever that's supposed to mean. You certainly wouldn't be sitting on these horses now, would we? Not unless they're torture devices. Yeah. This looks pretty showy. So I'm thinking it's like a carnival style thing. Whatever it would have been back in the day. Just entertainment setup here. He's got this big drum over here. It's very interesting. Oh, this is a cool picture. I thought this was historically significant. It's like the changing of the possession of Louisiana and Mississippi, it looks like on here. I can't remember exactly. I thought I read something in English. But it was basically, yeah, oh, here. Wow. Just go to the other side. Taking possession of Louisiana and the river Mississippi in the name of the Louis the 14th by Cavalier de la Salle. 9th of April, 1682. Okay. So 1682, apparently these guys thought they could take possession of something that wasn't really theirs. Isn't that interesting? Check that picture out now. Let's see. The Native American guys look pissed right there. They're pointing at it. The guy leaning on the post is like, nah, what you say doesn't matter. And then this guy's proclaiming something in their fancy little dresses. Coming over and taking over somebody else's land. Wow. Happening all way back then. Crazy, guys. This is a scary picture here, too, because these kids don't look like they're enjoying themselves. Am I right? Let's look down here. That kid looks scared, like he's almost hiding behind that. That kid, looks sad. This kid looks asleep. This kid looks scared. I would be, too. Look, he's riding on a giant rabbit thing that looks like it's gonna get spanked by a monkey guy. So, yep, that's a real thing. I wonder what he has in his hand there. That's interesting. Like a little doll or something. But this is a weird picture. I have no idea what it's supposed to represent at all. But it's cool, man. It makes you think. And this is Nimrod. I don't really know why this is in here. It's not really, you can find a lot of pictures like this. I think I have. Anyway, so this is what I would say is like an Anunnaki style guy choking his little lion guy. And that's a creature that I haven't seen. I don't think it's a lion. I think it's a different type of animal that's not around anymore. So it's like a really skinny greyhound style lion. It's super interesting. And then he's just choking the shoot right out of it right there. He's like, I'm going to take my snake boomerang and I'm going to choke my cat and I'm going to go be alone for a little while because that's what I want to do. You know? Amazing beard, though. Am I right? Amazing beard. If I could do that with mine. So now I think we're going to go through some pictures of some animals that used to be around because they were in a book of animals. And I picked the ones out that I haven't seen personally. So here we go. Crazy rooster guy with dragon wings and a serpent tail. Boom. Apparently that used to be a real thing. Let's take a little bit of a closer look. Yeah. That would be one scary rooster. Roosters are mean enough as it is. Imagine that guy. I'd be running scared. And we know what this is because we can kind of almost read it. This is a griffin. Apparently this was a real animal. That as well, I mean, looks extremely scary, especially if it actually was able to stand up like that. And this is... It's a dragon. Draken. Yep. Ooh, it actually looks like it's breathing a little fire there, too. Maybe a fire-breathing dragon, but that's what they said a dragon looked like back in the day. It was a real thing. It was in the book of animals. The dragon. Not a big deal. A real living thing that used to be here and now isn't. And here's another one. Everybody knows what that is. It's a unicorn. It's a unicorn, right? It almost looks like unicorn. It looks like Einhorn. And not the lady off Ace Ventura, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, unicorns were real. And this is my favorite one. What in the hell is this? At first I was like, yeah, it's just some forest creature. Then I was like, wait a tick. It's holding something with its digits. So it can pick things up like a person can. It's walking on 2 feet like a person does. Has human characteristics. This is, I don't even know what this is. Fabian. I don't know what that means, though, guys. Because I've never seen or heard of a creature like that before. But apparently, these were living in real at one point. And this is the last picture. I don't know what it says, but I do believe there was this one and another one just like it. And it said it was a hat shop. And I was having a hard time understanding where they were selling hats. Because I don't see any. What I did see were clocks, I thought. So maybe whoever wrote the little paragraph below it on the thing I read was wrong. But yeah, those look like clocks. So, and other things. I don't know what else, some barrels down there of something. It's hard to make it out in this bad picture, but a beautiful old building. Everything's done so nicely. I just love it. Well, I think that's it for today, guys. I love you, and I'll see you on the next one.